Welcome to the Stogie Palace. I am your host Chris. Today I am checking out the Xikar HC. This is the Maduro version of it. Really nice dark chocolate flavor on the cold draw. A sweet smell. And of course what I'm using is the lighter I always use, which is also a Xikar. This is the Tech lighter, triple torch with a nice big tank where you can see what's in there. It's a great lighter, love it. Actually, it's just a dual torch, take that back. So this is a 5.5 by 50 robusto, rated as medium to full. I smoked this once before when I first bought it 5 months ago. This has been aging for 5 months. I remember liking it too when I first smoked it. I got on a heck of a deal. It was these 10 cigars for 10 bucks. So this is basically a $1 cigar. Good draw, good smoke output. Flavor, I shouldn't judge too early, but it was a little on that first couple draws there. But let's see what else. The wrapper is Connecticut grown Havana Oscuro. Havana Oscuro. Like I said, this has been aging for 5 months. You can get these between $2 and $3 on Cigar Bid or Cigars International. Long fillers from Nicaragua and Dominican Republic, made in Honduras. And unless I'm mistaken, I've heard this from more than one source, is that this was made for Xikar by Jesus Fuego. I guess he blended it and came up with the whole thing for him. Not a bad start. Flavor could be a little better. So I don't think I overheated it. Lit it the same way I've lit every other cigar. Nice draw, great smoke output. Smoke's pretty thick, hanging around. Really hanging around. It needs to stop hanging around. I wish you guys could see how much it really is, but I'd have to turn lights off probably. But so we'll get a little bit further down, see what happens. I know for $1 it was a damn good stick. For $2 it probably is also. Will it be scoring in the mid to high 90s like some others? This is a Maduro, but it's a Connecticut Maduro. So we'll just have to see. So we'll check back in a little bit later. Into the second third here. Burn, a little wavy, but more importantly, there must have been a change in here because the smoke output drastically went down. So there's a change in the tobacco in there. I haven't picked up on a change in the flavor though. It's in the first third, it was a decent retrohale, not too harsh. The smell, the aroma was okay. The flavor, there's something in there I'm not sure I like. The aftertaste is, the finish, whatever you want to call it, not the greatest. But now we're into maybe a little bit of a change. Usually this is where things might smooth out a little, improve a little. We'll find out here. I'm gonna try another retro, and then of course the much vaunted waft. Retro is a little on the harsher side this time. As you can see, it's taking a lot more work to get smoke out of it. The first third was just a smoke city. It's definitely gone down. Waft isn't too bad. It's good, not great. Little bit of a burn though. Actually seems a little more peppery now in the second third. For the first third, the ash held on really well. Came off one big chunk. I'm always afraid about doing any kind of waft with a big chunk of ash on there, but looks like it was due to come off anyway. So burn, just a little wavy, not too bad, nothing to touch up yet. So got my flavor wheel up again, but can't figure out what that is. I mean, I want to say it's more of the earth and minerals department, that taste I'm getting. In the first third, I mean, I was actually picking up some flavor in my mouth. A lot of times I pick up most of my flavors and stuff when I describe them through the aroma, which comes out what comes out, you know, not necessarily tasting it like as if I'm tasting a drink. I wish I could do that. I'm not there yet, but let's try again. Can't really tell what that is, but it's better than the first third. I'll say that. So let's keep on going, and if this is like most cigars, the last third will be kind of like the first, which, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say if I'm gonna like that or not. Right now, it's taking some hits in burn, and aroma, and flavor. Kind of important things in my book, but we'll see. Coming into the final third here, kind of uneven there. Ash is held on pretty decently, pretty tight. Mostly white ash right there. Some of you may be wondering what HC stands for with this Xikar cigar. Havana Collection is what I've read in several places and heard on podcasts, mostly the Cigar Authority. And I don't know if they were sued or they were threatened with a lawsuit about that name, Havana. And it turns out that, this is really not news for people that have been paying attention to this, is that Cuba or whoever their attorneys are, anything to do with Habanos or Havana or even places in Cuba that people are using those names, the lawyers are coming after them, maybe in preparation for cigars to come out of Cuba in the United States. And in most cases, these people will probably win, but the amount of money involved to defend themselves, including Cigar Authority, their own shop, their own cigar, one of their cigars that they have a brand name with Havana in it, they were threatened and it was going to cost way too much money. It wasn't worth it to defend it, the trademark. And kind of sucks. You know, you're a communist nation, you close yourself off from the world, you lose when it comes to things like this. But most of these companies don't have the money to fight it. So, HC, there it is, Havana Collection. As far as the cigar, it's okay, it's all right. It's not terrific. This canoeing's getting a little much there, but on Cigars International, which I'm not positive, I think this is a brand that they maybe sell exclusively, which would include Cigar Bid, Cigar.com. But let's see, they say the saga continues no matter how long you've been in the cigar game. You're likely quite familiar with Xikar, maker of high-end, industry-leading, lifetime guaranteed cigar accessories. In the world of luxury cigar accessories, Xikar proudly sits pretty atop the pyramid. A few years ago, Xikar rolled out its premium cigar line, the Xikar HC Series, and folks said they couldn't compete. Their talents wouldn't carry over. They'd never succeed. But then 10 90-plus ratings later, that's 10, count them, it says, it's safe to say that Xikar has proven all doubters wrong. With that in mind, welcome the latest to the HC family, the HC Maduro, which is what this is. I think it comes to Connecticut, Habano. Probably won't be bothering with these. If I'm going to go with any of them, it's just going to be this one, and I have a few more of them. Smoke output draw has improved. Flavor was good through the middle third. Something tells me as it coming into the final third, it's getting a little so I am going to just slide off the band. Nice little small band, kind of cool for a little band. And I'm going to use my Xikar Tech Lighter to go ahead and touch up that little canoe section there. just to show you what happens usually when you do this. It just like super ignites. And there it goes. Probably didn't really have to do it, but I don't want to canoe any further. It's getting a little warm for this far away from the cut. I definitely noticed that. Aroma's decent. Flavors, average. Not terrible. I got about 7 more of these. It's definitely not in the upper echelon of cigars. No, I'm sure that's not what their target was anyway. But it's not bad. It's better than average. It may end up somewhere in the 90s, low 90s. So let's go a little further and see what this final third has to offer. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this review of the Xikar HC Maduro. Ends up with a score of 90, which is about right. You know, once again, looking at other cigars I've smoked, how it fares. 90 is slightly below the Tatuaje Tattoo and in the same ballpark as the H. Upman 1844 Reserve and the Ramon Bueso Genesis, and slightly above the like the Hoya Red or the Te Amo Revolution. So that's where it fits in there, and that's about right. Construction seemed to be, except for slight canoeing there, seemed to be pretty good. Draw was good throughout, except it got too warm too soon, for sure. I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna be able to go on this. This will probably end up being a 1-hour cigar. Smoke output was good for most of it. Aroma, okay, not outstanding. Waft, okay. Flavors, okay. Just middle of the road cigar, which you're probably saying, well, 90, that's too high for a middle of the road cigar. It's not foul. There's a word I use on practically every review on cigars that are middling. And I can see this is one of those that, you know, if you're sitting around with a bunch of friends and, you know, you want to give them one. And for the value, by the way, it's you know, $1 I got it for. $2, $2.50 you can get them for online. Pretty cheap. So you can buy a bunch of those and hand them out to as many people as you want, and you wouldn't be offending them. I mean, is it in the upper echelon with all the others? No. You know, but for that price, you shouldn't expect that either. It seems to be all long filler, no short filler in there. The ash was the high point of the construction. It held on really well. Tight white ash. But, you know, not a bad little cigar, especially for the price. So, a little bit of the chocolate's coming back. That's a good thing. So, that's it for the Stogie Palace. I am Chris. Check out my other videos. Give us some thumbs up, subscribe, do something. Anyway, I will see you guys later.